What's up, everyone? Welcome to RLZ Trading live stream. Good to have you guys in here. It's been a while. It's been a while since, well, actually, it's been a week. Last week I had a live stream, but I haven't had been able. Lots of stuff going on, working on a few big products for the Fiverr, so I haven't had a lot of time to do the regular live streams for the RLZ exclusive members. But don't worry. As compensation for that, I've also activated the discount code that I said that I'm not going to activate because it's basically too much. But you know, been a bit inactive this week, so to compensate, let me activate that discount code for today only. For you guys watching. Okay, so let's just get right into the action here. We're currently looking at but let me see if my sound is working. Testing. Yep, it's here. Everything's all right. Let me just get right into the market right here. I've only taken one trade this week, one trade last week as well. You know, it's been a very slow market. I've also missed a couple of setups, but still, you know, we have actually this month we only have 4 trades, but we do have 3 out of those 4 trades being winners. So I mean, it's not super impressive in terms of numbers of trades. I mean, it's only 1 R, so it's not really that impressive. It's 1%, you know. But hopefully, you know, we keep this up, then we're going to be at maybe 2 or 3% profit at the end of this month. Current win rate sits at 75%, which is the good. Profit factor is 2.5 this month with a win rate of 75%, which is obviously good, but it's just a very small number for this month. So it's not really a lot to talk about there. But yeah, let's get right to it here. So what I wanted to show you guys today is the trades that we've taken since we last had our live stream. So I'm gonna bring up GBP CAD as well, because this was the trade that we had in the last live stream. So we're going to look at the GBP CAD, and we're also going to look at NCD CHF, and we're going to look at a trade setup that I currently have orders in for as well. And then we have a few questions that we're going to be covering in the Discord channel, of course, as well. For all the RLZ exclusive members, we do have this question and answer channels where you ask me questions, and then we break down how break it all down for you guys. So GBP CAD, what was the trade? I think one of the best ways to learn how someone trades and learn technical analysis is to have that person explain their setups in detail. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Go one candle at a time from when this was actually activated. So this is now a daily level. That daily level was not there when we looked at this. When I did my weekend trade planning and my market scan and my trade planning that I always do in a weekend, we had a big level right here. So let me go to the daily. Basically, what we did was we just marked out this whole area as a daily level. And I said, you know, somewhere within this area, I want a 4-hour market structure shift. So you can see how price came into this level right here. You had a nice rounded retest where you have the breakout right here. Big rounded retest, comes down for the retest right here. And then at this point, we're entering the zone of interest or the area of interest, and this is where I want to find a break of structure or a bottom formation on the 4-hour, but usually a bottom formation for me would also include that break of structure. So let me show you what that looks like. So again, price comes down into that level. Change the settings here. Price comes into the level, into the area of interest, forms a low, forms a high, forms a higher low, and then it sort of creates some sort of W structure, double bottom structure right here. Now this to me is a pretty good indication of price using this level as support, and this is the type of price formation that I want to see prior to break above this level. You'll see here on the 4 hour that that is exactly what we get. That's, I believe, the breakout candle right here. And if you go to the daily, you will now see that this is also a daily break and retest setup. You could say that this is a break and retest of a daily level, and then we're zooming into the 4 hour to look for that break of structure at the level of interest. One of the key triggers for me is where price forms a sort of break of structure or a bottom formation, and the key trigger to enter a trade is when you have a strong bullish candle like this one right here. Now this confirms to me that price potentially wants to move higher, and I'm looking to put in limit orders on the retest of the breakout level, which I've marked as that one right there, also based on previous price action and rejections or reactions to this level. And then stop loss is going to be well below these lows, and I'm only looking for a small move up to the FTA. Now I do believe that I've actually exited this trade earlier, because I did believe that this kind of like this was the FTA. So I think that this trade was a 0.3 yard trade or something like that. Obviously very small, but better than a loser. But as you see, price did continue to that original TP, and we also have a retest of the last immediate high pre-break, which is that one right there. So there's two things I want you to keep in mind. You have first the last immediate high pre-break, which is that one right there, and then you have the last high pre-break, which is this one right here. So last high pre-break and last immediate high pre-break can be the same thing, but when I say last high pre-break, it's the highest point that the structure made prior to the breakout, and the last immediate high is the very high of the previous candle prior to the breakout, which is obviously that candle right there. And you can see that we would also have been filled here if we decided to keep orders there, and you see that our original TP would have been hit here. Now what I'm experimenting and what I'm potentially going to implement into this system going forward, which I believe might give us a lower win rate but potentially more profits. But as you know, as you heard in the beginning, I've taken 4 trades this month and I'm only up, let me see, I'm only up about 1 R, which I believe that's not enough. I want to make more profits. I think that's not enough. So I will have to look at keeping the same number of trades, but potentially squeezing more profits out of those trades. I'm not sure that's going to be possible at this point, but if you look at something like GBP CAD, you can easily see here on the daily that we do have a daily FTA here, which I think lines up very nicely as a profit area. I could, for example, put my TP up here, and then I could have put my stop loss below these lows. So a 0.5 R trade becomes a 1 R trade, and as you can see, it does come up and hit that level. Actually, I believe it's running way further up, even to, you know, these highs up here. So what is the probability of price hitting these high targets? And it's very easy for me to test this. It's very easy for me to test this on historical price data. Simply what I do is I'll go through all the trades that I've taken in the last 5 or 6 months with the system, and I basically ask one question: how many of the trades hit that high TP. And if I see that I would have been much more profitable letting the winners run, then that's perhaps something I can implement. But I suspect that that's not going to be the case, because that's the reason why I'm at this take profit strategy right now, because of the fact that when I let my winners run last time on the previous system, I did not end up making more money. But who knows? That was about 2 years ago, so I might want to try some new things out, see if things are different this time around. We always have to try new things, right? We, as traders, we have to remember that we always have to try new things. We can never be afraid of trying new ideas. So that's GBP CAD. Now let's move on to NCD CHF, which is another trade we took. And obviously, honestly, I think this is not, I mean, it's a good trade. It's a good trade, but I would, it kind of feels like I got lucky here. I got lucky that wick hit TP, but I guess sometimes you gotta be lucky as well. But that is not the best type of structure, even though I like it. I mean, you can look at, obviously looking at price action now, it looks terrible. If you we do go back to when the trade executed, it obviously looks much different now, and this looks pretty good. And what you have here, if you go back to the daily, is you do have price coming into a high time frame daily support level and then forming a double bottom and a breakout structure in the 4 hour. And that's exactly what I want to see, and that's exactly what we got as well. And hit that TP, so I guess, not bad. Now let me show you the current orders I have in for GBP CHF, which I might have to pull. Yeah, so this is the trade I'm looking at. So let me break down this for you. Now, what you can see here is you can clearly see how you have this sort of price action on the daily following this massive break. We had price breaking below this level, using the level again as resistance right here. Trying to reclaim here, came below, but we bounced at a nice support area, and it looks like price now on the daily at least wants to continue higher. And what we have on the 4 hour within that area is a break of structure. You can see here, downtrend, break of structure, downtrend, and here you start seeing a break of structure, and you break out, and I want to go long on that retest. Everything I'm doing here is I'm trying to measure and identify market structure. What is the market doing? How can I interpret the market structure in a way where I can try to anticipate where price is going? And usually what you have is you have a downtrend into range or bottom formation, and then when that bottom formation confirms where the neckline, where you have a break and retest of the neckline, for example, you start a new uptrend. And that's what I want to try to identify with this system. And so far the results have been very good, but obviously in this case I might have to pull the orders because we're not getting filled down here. The idea here is to try to get a fill on the breakout area where you also have the last immediate high pre-break. But it looks like we retested that high instead. Look at that low wick. You can see that we did retest the last high pre-break. Now, obviously, that would have been a good entry here as well. But I feel like this move left some big room to the downside, basically. So I want to make sure that I get a better entry if possible. Now, this might just run and leave us behind. And I will place an alert right here that will tell me to remove orders. Actually, you know what? I'm going to remove the orders now because I don't want to... looking at price action here where I have my stop loss, I don't want this trade to be open over the weekend as well. So if I get failed in the evening, I don't want to be in this trade anyway. So I'm going to remove orders for this one. Go into the Discord. This trade was posted for our said exclusive members. Ensure that everyone gets updated on what I'm doing in the markets at every time. Every time, I guess. All the time. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that on in case something happens. Let's continue to do a quick market scan here over the market, see what we have. That's a beautiful retest, by the way. That. USD CAD. I actually wanted to short this, and if I would have taken that trade, this looks like it would have been a stop out. So I'm glad I didn't enter the orders for that one. What about GBP USD? Yes, not going to be a trade for me. And it's at a daily support area here, but we really need to reclaim this whole area for me to want to long this. If you look at the daily, you can clearly see that there's some type of level here. It's not even nearly perfect, but just to show you that in this general area there is something. So if we can get a reclaim like this on the 4 hour, you could easily see GBP USD moving higher, and it would also align with my system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert. I'm going to move this one here, and when we get an alert at that level, I will look for longs. Right, so that's GBP USD right there. We have Euro USD. Guys, in the comments, let me know if there's anything specific you want me to look at. Euro USD has absolutely been completely destroyed here. We can stop removing some old alerts. Probably make a new level here. You know what? I'm not gonna be trading today anyway, so maybe I can just do my regular weekly market scanning for you guys. Let's do that. I'm gonna keep NZD CHF here because I need to do some journaling on that one. Let me begin with the overall market scan here. So I'll show you the process. Okay, so everything's moved to scan. And now I'm going to be trying to go through this rather quickly. Okay, USD CAD is obviously at resistance. Now, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to short this. Now we have a major move to the upside, so we need to wait for confirmation of a break lower. But if you look at the daily, go into visibility, show this on the frames. I want to see some type of break of structure here. So I want to keep, I'm going to keep one alert up here if it breaks out and one alert below. So I want to see, I want to break this support. If we can break this support, then absolutely I would probably be looking for shorts. Maybe something like this. Down, you know, towards this level, something like that. So I think this is actually going to be a priority for next week. GBP USD, yeah, reclaim of that level, that's a priority. Euro USD, let's do a new Euro USD. Okay, so we obviously have to add a new level here. So this is on the weekly. Let me just add a level here. That makes a lot of sense on the weekly. Let's add one here. Does that make sense on the daily? That does make sense on the daily. Man, I don't know. Okay, let's keep that one on. That I like that. I like that. Okay. So can we? Yeah, we can absolutely go long here on EU if we form a break of structure, which might look something like this, right? So this will be our FTA. Okay, that's going to be our FTA. If we can form some type of structure here, you know, TP right there, I don't know, something like that. That's going to be our trade priority on that one. 80 CHF, we get a breakout. Looks like it's establishing a good support here. And along this, I don't know. Do I want to long this? I don't know. But I'm moving this to interesting. What about Euro JPY? Yeah, this is a short. You know, we got a retest of resistance. I want to see a, you know, creating some type of range here on the 4 hour. I'm gonna put my alert down here for possible short. Also a priority. What about NCD CAD? Yeah, this is one of the trades that we missed. That one I wanted to enter this one yesterday, but I didn't for some reason. I think I was busy with something else when I watched this chart, so probably why. But I'm gonna move this to. Is it a priority? I don't know. I'm gonna move it to interesting. AUD NCD at resistance. Can we short it? I don't know. I'm gonna add an alert right there. And one above, and then I'm moving that to interesting. NCD USD looks like a really good long here if we can. Yeah, this is a priority. GBP CAD, it's very good. It's at resistance, but obviously we can't short this because of the uptrend. So I'll have to add. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this one. Do we have a support below that we can go long on? Maybe, you know, have an alert down here. And move that to, and then one alert above here, and then move it to no interest. Euro CAD. Oh, it looks like we have a possible trade here live. Because if you look at Euro CAD, let's remove some levels here. So Euro CAD is lower highs. I mean, this is a range. Lower highs, but equal, actually kind of lower lows. And with that, I don't know. But I like this. You see that? You got a, can you even look at the the 1 hour, right? There's some type of, there's obviously massive reaction to this support level, and you have, I would call this a bottom formation. This is a bottom formation. That's a sort of bottom formation. And we have one right here as well. Yeah, this is, I think this might be a long today. I want to look at GBP CHF. I want to, because I did remove the orders for GBP CHF, but EuroCAD actually looks like it wants to come lower. So what happens if we put an entry on there? Entry price, I would put that at 56. Where do we want to have stop loss? Probably here. And if I have that stop loss, where do I have my TP? Then my TP would be, that makes sense? I'll put a level in here. That's TP. What does TP look like on the daily? Looks perfect on the daily. Very good TP on the daily. Just right in the middle of that area. So if we encapsulate all of this, and TP is right in the middle of that, also confident with that wick. Can we use that wick as TP? What is the risk to reward? It's 47. That's way too low. Can we limit stop loss? Nope, we cannot. But I kind of like that TP. I do believe that this might be a trade. Do we have news coming out on Monday? Is that Monday? On Thursday. I actually quite like this. Is stop loss too tight? No, I don't think so. Look at the 1 hour. Stop loss is below these lows and well below that one. So you have one support, second support, and then third support. So we're 1, 2, 3 support down for stop loss. It's definitely good. For TP, we're just looking for, so we're basically, this trade, we're just looking for this. That's all I want. I only want price to come down, hit the breakout area. I want price to come down, hit that breakout area right there, and then go up and test this level, which is untested, I believe. Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's not untested because it just got tested right there. Well, I would have wished for it to be untested. It's the twice, but I still like it. But when I'm a bit unsure, I try to ask myself, would I have taken this trade in backtesting? Because that's what the system is based on. That's how I built the system, backtesting these ideas. So if it's not a trade that I wouldn't have taken in backtesting, then it would not have been a trade. It's not a trade of the system. And I'm honestly a bit unsure about that. So I'll have to, and it's Friday. I don't like entering trades on Friday. So I'm going to wait with that one. It's not going to be a trade. Not going to be a trade. Let's continue with the market scan. Okay, GBP, PCHF. I like that. That's a priority. What about USD CHF? This is definitely a priority because we are now. By the way, look at this beautiful market structure right here. Look at that. I'll show you what I mean. This is just perfect. Look at that. Equal lows and equal highs. A nice little range here. Break, retest, and then starts an uptrend up to the next FTA level on a daily. Now we're at that level on daily. This is where I'm going to be looking for shorts, right? And I have one alert here, and then I'm going to be putting one alert up here. So that's a priority for next week. We have USD JPY. What about not interested? 80 USD. This is definitely interesting, but no trade right now. GBP NCD, interesting. Also interesting. Gold, but gold. Oof, gold is breaking into new all-time highs. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I guess we have to move gold to priority if we get a retest of that breakout level. Euro 80. Ooh, look at that. That's a that's definitely a bottom formation here on Euro AUD. What about the daily? Are we in a... So we have a bearish engulfing and then another massive bearish engulfing. Yeah, this... Man, I would love to have put orders for this one around this area. Look for a move like this. But I don't like how we're using that level as support. But this definitely looks like possible short. Let's keep this on as a priority for next week. ADJPY, I'm putting in alerts and then I'm moving this to not interesting. Euro GBP. If we can form a bottom formation here, then it's a bit too messy. But gold. No, this is not gold. This is Bitcoin. Well, I don't think I'm going to be trading that next week. Silver, no interest. Euro CHF, no interest. GBP, JPY. Interesting. Add CHF. We're in a range. Just putting some alerts on here. Moving that to no interest in it. The AUD. A bit too messy, so no interest here. Ethereum is also no interest. AUD CAD. Is this an uptrend or a downtrend? I think it's an uptrend on the macro, and then we have a local range here. Could we short this? No interest. Euro NCD. Ooh. Yeah, this one I could enter right away. Like this is... Look at how it broke structure, and we have a level here. Look at how it broke this structure here. Not very good drawn, but you probably get what I'm saying. But here, let's see on the daily. Happening here on the daily. It's very clear rejection here on the daily. And it looks like sort of range here. No, you know what? I'm feeling a bit stressed today. I'm not gonna. I told myself not to trade, so I'm gonna move that to priority. And then we'll look at CAD JPY. Nothing. DJPY. Got my alert set. Okay, so what's the okay? The priority list is quite big anyway. All right, so we got a few interesting setups to be watching next week. Okay, so I actually have to run and pick up my kid from the bus, and then I will see you on Monday. Well, I'm gonna be doing get back to the regular schedule with the private webinars within the RSet exclusive community on Monday and Wednesday, and then the public live stream goes live again on Thursday next week. So if you're in the RSet exclusive Discord channel, I got way more time for you next week, so you can expect more videos as well being released. So take care, everyone, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.